Well, good afternoon and evening, everyone. This is Terra Quator. It is Sunday. You know what that means. But yeah, it is Sunday, February 11th, 2024. It is day 42
Yes.
of not drinking alcohol. Still feeling quite good. I have myself some Earl Grey here.
Smells good. Smells so good.
Yeah, it smells good. Hot and fresh, though. Ow, ow, ow. Need to let it cool just a little bit. Uh, Yeah, I'd say there's not a whole lot going on today. It's just a nice simple Sunday. Uh, Lilia, Buttercup, and Sweet Pea are in the living room right now, of course, but they're in there watching the Puppy Bowl because we have zero plans of watching the Super Bowl today. I'm not big on American football. I'm not big on sports in general anymore. I haven't really bothered watching sports for about 12 years. I haven't really cared. No, actually, it's been longer than 12 years. I stopped really bothering probably when I was about 18, maybe even earlier. Like when I fully just stopped. In fact, I can say I've never gone out of my way to watch a sports event or game. I've never gone out of my way to do that. I've done it with family, but other than that, I just never really bothered to do it on my own. And that's not going to be any different today. I have no desire. They can watch the Puppy Bowl. It's for a good cause, and the Puppy Bowl's for a good cause. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like how the Puppy Bowl's also it's a glorified adoption drive because instead of going to puppy mills, people should be adopting from your local shelters and everything like that. It's very helpful for the animal welfare system and good for the dogs. If we could adopt a dog, we would, but we can't have pets in this home. But yeah, it's good to adopt from those systems because believe it or not, the vast majority of animal welfare programs in United States cities are all volunteer based, which means a lot of those people aren't making anything. In fact, I know in our city, animal welfare is so low staffed that they can't even deal with actual like dog maulings. So when people get mauled by a dog, like even the police are late to show up because it's supposed to be animal control, animal welfare that comes out, but there's so few. It's usually like an hour before they come out. So dogs running amok is a huge problem in this city, and I know one of our neighbors' kids was nearly attacked by someone's dogs in the neighborhood again earlier in the week. I wasn't thrilled about that. But yeah, if you are looking at getting a dog, just please go to your local shelter and look to adopt. Go to your local shelters and look for adoption drives. And if there aren't any going on at that time, you have more than enough time to just wait. Please please avoid just going to a puppy mill because a lot of those dogs are overbred. They're overbred, can have behavioral and genetic health issues, and just not well. Like a lot of them are not well taken care of. And boy, howdy, they were right on X. Where it definitely it's a generational thing with the likes, uhs, and ands over and over and over in your work in your sentences. I agree with that. They were talking about that as you just hear now. They were talking about that, and they said it was a Gen Z, Gen Alpha thing, and I had to set the record straight. Or I replied, no, it wasn't a Gen Z, Gen Alpha thing. It started in early millennials. Possibly a little bit earlier, where almost every sentence had like and in it, and and like and were very commonly used. I want to say it started in the California Valley. I know, I was there. I grew up in the valley, and as I grew up, it became more and more prevalent. I'd say when it became obvious was by the time I hit 7th grade, because I started middle school in 7th grade because I went to a K through 6 for elementary. But by the time I got into middle school, it was really kicking off where it was constant like, us, and ands, but mostly like and like, like kind of thing. That very much started in the California Valley, especially the preppier areas, I guess. And it got popularized with preppy girls in young teen, preteen TV shows. It was popular in that because a lot of them were filmed in the California Valley and Silicon Valley, and I maybe a little bit of Beverly Hills, but it was mostly a lot of them were mostly filmed along the California Valley Strip. In fact, there was a popular one that was filmed right there in Midtown Sacramento. There was a popular one when I was a kid. I think it was Even Stevens was filmed in Midtown Sacramento. I want to say that's where it was. In fact, I think I've walked by the house they filmed at a few times. But yeah, I want to say that was in Midtown. And don't get me wrong, Midtown used to be freaking great. It used to be a great neighborhood to walk through. You just walk through, and it was the nice area before you started hitting downtown Sacramento. It was nice. It was mostly along Folsom Boulevard. It was Midtown. Folsom's such a huge road. That road is so long, and it just turns into Auburn Folsom, or Folsom Auburn, then Auburn Folsom, then Auburn, I think. And then it just kind of wraps around, becomes Auburn Boulevard. It's long, weird. Yeah, it's just long and weird. But yeah, it started in the California Valley kind of thing with the like I said, the likes and ums. And what they have always said is that California is always at least 5 or 6 years socially ahead of the rest of the states. It's just in terms of ahead, it's not with their best traits. It's usually with their habitual stuff. So then now, as it's spread out, you see that Gen Z picked up on it. Gen Alpha, they're not going to use likes and ums as much. That's mostly a Zeta thing. You're going to hear so a lot more. Every time my eldest talks to me, she's 9. Every time she talks to me and starts a sentence, it's so. Like, so what? You have something to say? And every sentence. So I wanted to, just ask me. That helps. So I understand where the nuisance is or was with like and Sorry, rest of America, you had to deal with California preppy valley girl talk, and now you're suffering the consequences. But now it is going to be so. Make it so. Yeah, I was going to talk about an upcoming death battle, Rooster Teeth's death battle on YouTube. They have a really awesome episode coming up. I was going to talk about that because I've been in a long quasi debate with some people in their comment section where they announced in their communities that they're going to be doing this. And really, I'd say this one's going to be really close. I want to give the edge to the Master Chief versus Mandalorian. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Master Chief versus Mandalorian, or Din Djarin versus John 117. But I want to give the edge to the Master Chief, even though I understand I have a bias. But I looked at their overall stuff and his superior training and well-rounded armor gives him the edge, while Din's just absolute beast of armor that can tank Dark Trooper hits without denting protects him, and vastly superior weapons to even the Covenant, because blasters are superior to plasma weapons. If you look at Star Wars lore, they started with slug throwers, then they got plasma weapons, then laser, then blaster. It's that's how it worked. They used to bentha gas for their blasters, but well, don't get me wrong. If they factor in also the disruptor, which is an illegal weapon in Star Wars canon and lore, or lore canon lore. There we go. That blaster was, or not blaster, that disruptor was very illegal because it just atomizes organic tissue. That's going to be the most dangerous thing for the Master Chief to go against, but it's his massive experience with dealing with superiorly equipped armies and still managing to come out on top. His adaptability is far higher, and I don't see Din as adaptable. Anyway, I don't want to go on a long rant for that one because I said I wasn't going to. Maybe I can talk about it on Monday if I find another person to talk with. We'll see. Probably not. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, because I've run this for about 11 and a half minutes, 12 minutes. So we will leave it at that. I want everyone to enjoy the rest of their Sunday, because I know many people are looking forward to watching Super Bowl Sunday. They're watching the Puppy Bowl. I'm looking forward to having fish tacos because I forgot the shrimp. Lilia, I am so sorry. I forgot the shrimp. I forgot the shrimp. I mean, at least I have some fish. Huh. All right. Well, this is Tarek Wator on your Sunday, February 11th, day 42. I will see everyone tomorrow on Monday.
Crush! Boom boom! Breath of the flame! How brilliant! Let the world come! Shudder! Vengeance will be mine! Motion to compel! Boom boom! Inadmissible evidence! The show begins! Let mining abilities crush! Motion to compel! Torn to oblivion! Rack and ruin! Boom boom! Flood of frost! Strike a pose! Time to shine! Shine down! Take it. on. You have my approval. May I How brilliant!